Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Glad to have you here, whether you're first timer, long timer, or cross watcher. For those people who are been around here for a little while, you know, of course, I've called it the Tarot Daily Reading, the Tao Daily Tarot. Now I've changed it to Tao Manifesting Tarot because that really is the key. That's what separates us from every other tarot reading around. I do archetypal readings, 8 to 10 cards from 4 different decks. Creates a beautiful mix and creates some interesting scenarios. I also focus on manifesting energy. I give you a tool to use every single day. What is the key manifesting energy around you? Choose to use it or not, and it is a tool to help you navigate your life more successfully. Manifesting energy. I do the hyper shuffle. It starts this whole process, and I try to get the reading within a 10-minute window because you have things to do. A quick 10-minute manifesting tarot reading is very beneficial, very easy to access because I do a brand new reading every day, 365 days a year. It's all about you. Alrighty, so let's begin in the beginning. I talked about something called the hyper shuffle. Let's do it. For today, let's get to the manifesting energy. Community with the number 8 up there. Sense of completion, commitment, I think maybe might be the better word. That's really kind of what we are all looking for, a new sense of community. I don't know if that was ever really completely taken care of, but certainly in the last couple of years, the whole concept of community has just flipped, been taken away in a perverse manner. You're now looking for a new community, something that, let's call it your tribe, because after all, I think that's kind of where we're all headed. So the idea of communion, community, very important. That is the manifesting energy for today. So let's get to the stuff. Talking about manifesting energy, let's begin with the 5 of Pentacles. Alrighty, this is the coming and going energy. You see 2 people here, obviously under duress. And yet, in other versions of this Rider-Waite card, you can see that what people are passing by is a church. The lights are on. You can see through the pentacles. They could go in. They choose not to or are not allowed to enter. Very difficult and very different kind of interpretation. My sense of the whole thing is that they were not allowed and they had to move on. In this case, we're talking about community. The message was there's no room for you unless you do what we tell you, how we tell you, when we tell you. We make the rules. That's not the community you want to be along with. So, leaving it all behind. Alrighty? Move to the next card. This is, of course, the High Priestess. This whole thing with the High Priestess, very simple. Intuition, higher power, wisdom, the subconscious. Operating kind of below the eye line, huh? Feeling your way, sensing your way, knowing your way, trusting your way. That's what the High Priestess is all about. So even though you were not allowed to maintain community because you were forced out if you did not conform, it doesn't make any difference. You're using the High Priestess now to change your world, make it better. You can feel the energy here in 2022 building. It will build considerably more as we get farther into the year. March is going to really kind of open up the door for us. And you will see that there is a kind of inertia that's being broken. And you're moving forward. You're ready. I know you may not feel like you are, but you are ready. The last couple of years has really allowed you to reevaluate everything that was important into your life. And because of that, you have a vision. 2 of Wands. You see, he's planted the one wand on his right side, but his right hand is holding, what does it look like, a globe kind of thing? Yeah. And of course, in the left hand, he has the other wand. He sees the future. He is directing his energy towards the future. Now, he may not necessarily be moving toward it at this moment, but he sees it clearly, and he sees it carries Wan's energy, positivity, okay, enthusiasm. This is what he is wanting to add into his life. That's the world that he sees, a world that is positive, happier, more enthusiastic. That's where you're headed. Just a little bit change in thinking for you. What you thought was important a couple of years ago now has become different, and there's more information yet to come in. Page of Swords. Swords, of course, are thoughts, ideas, words. Pages always change the storyline. You are thinking for yourself now more than ever. You are conscious more than ever. You could say awoke, but I wouldn't go that far. You're much more than woke. You're awake. Very consciously aware of where you're headed, why you're headed, and to some degree, how to get there. The question, of course, is, how are you going to get there? Well, what you're going to go back to is the Six of Cups energy, right? This whole idea of nostalgia, but not syrupy nostalgia. Oh, in the good days, it was this, and it was... Some of that is true. But remember, what we remember as the past in a nostalgic way are our feelings, not necessarily the facts. That doesn't make any difference, because for you right now, especially with the High Priestess energy, feelings are what are guiding you. Feelings are what are important. And you remember, of course, just a moment ago, we had the Two of Wands action, right? Wands are all about excitement, enthusiasm, positivity. You are letting your your good feelings from the past guide you into your new future. This idea of community. How does it feel? Very, very important for you and everybody else going through it right now. Because over the past couple of years, they've thrown so many things at you and are still throwing so many distractions at you. Most of what you see in the news today is simply a distraction to get you off focus. Because that way you're busy looking at other things while they're up to mischief. And that doesn't work for you. You know that. It's tough, but it's so easy to get hypnotized by the messages that are thrown at you, and they know that, and they're throwing them at you left, right, and center. All kinds of different things going on. As soon as one thing passes, another thing comes up. As soon as that passes, yet another thing comes up, and they just keep things circulating. Keep you drawn in emotionally. That's how important your emotions, your feelings are. They're confusing your feelings with lots and lots of garbage. But you are very much the Empress. It's internal. You notice you don't see the Empress. This is the reverse side of the vice versa card. But the Empress, what is she known for? Well, very simply, fertility, love, nature, protection, abundance. Something that you really haven't had in your life in quite some time. But again, all of that is sensory. All of that is feeling. That's what you are working to get into contact with. This sense of belonging, feeling, community. And it's not just other people. It's the world around you. It's nature. It's everything. Feeling like you are part of, as opposed to apart from. Big difference, which is the reason why they keep throwing all kinds of distractions your way, because if you ever connected to that feeling, they'd have trouble. And the final card, again, the Moon card. Yeah, it's big stuff, no question about it. And what does the moon do but reflect light? And that's really kind of what you've been going through, right? You've been getting through all of the illusions that have been thrown in front of you. That Seven of Cups card. All the distractions. You're working your way through. Time really has been on your side because it's given you a chance to extend your vision, to see results or lack of results, and eventually put the pieces together. Get past their illusion, get past their confusion, get to a point where you can feel, you can sense. It's an entirely different frequency that you are dealing with the moon card. And that's what you have to tap into. That's what you have to touch. And you have to do it because the High Priestess and this energy work together perfectly, hand in glove. And since you are looking for community, community is as much a feeling as a physical reality. It's a feeling. Find that feeling of community within yourself and outside of yourself. Super good breed. Tao Manifesting Tarot. There you go. Say to the folks at YouTube, yes, I like it. I love it. Also, share and subscribe so that you get the daily feeds. They're only 10 minutes, give or take a minute or two. But they're all quick, delivering high-powered messages to you about manifesting in a very Tao-like manner. I am thrilled that we have a chance to do this every day. I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year, which means you and I can do this again tomorrow. I hope we do. But whenever we do, peace and blessings.